What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping in, this is Speed Addict 731 and my name is Ken. Today we're going to weigh the car in its race weight. Now, when I say race weight, I don't mean gutted. I don't take the seats out. Basically all I do is change the wheels out. I am running race stars on the car, so we're going to weigh it the way it is when I run it down the track. So I'll see you there. Alright guys, so I went in and talked to the people at the station. I'm actually at a truck stop, going to weigh here. They're certified scales, so they're pretty accurate. So I went in and talked to them, make sure it's okay to weigh a car, and they're like, sure, if you can reach the button. So I'm not that tall of a guy. I'm around 5'9". So I went out there and I am able to hit the button, but barely. So we're going to go weigh the car and find out how much it weighs. Alright. So there's the scales right there. So we've got to maneuver around. So here we are. He said to pull up, make sure my wheels were on the last pad. And then I get out and push a button. So we're going to make sure that I am all the way on. This is what I'm talking about, guys. That's way up there. Just give you kind of an idea. I'm not that tall. So I've got to step on that to push that. So let's see what I can do here. So they got it. So they didn't get it weighed that time, so the person running was expecting a truck on there, and so they didn't hit the thing to weigh. So I'm going back around, and the guy that talked to me the first time is out here, so we're gonna actually get it weighed. Alright guys, I was able to get the car weighed. I weighed the car without me in it for a couple reasons. One is I had to be outside the car anyway to push the button that you seen that was way up there. And the second being is that I know what I weigh. I wanted to know what the car weighed. So, got the car weighed. How much do you think it weighs? Leave a comment below and I will show you next video. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna show you right now. So, this is without me in it now. So the car weighs 3780 on the scale. Now these are certified scales. They round to the nearest 10 pounds. So pretty much 3780, give or take a couple pounds. Guys, so now we know how much the car weighs on race day. So you know, you're looking at 3780 with me in it. You're looking at 3980. So you know, roughly 4,000 pound car going down the track. You know, when I race it. Now I do not take any of the seats out. The way you see the car, full interior, even the tire inflator pump, air pump, is in the trunk still. The sub's still in the car. They come with a shaker sound system. It's in the trunk also. I do not take anything out of the car when I run down the track. The only thing that I change out is the wheels. I take the S350, SVE S350 wheels and tires off the car, and I put on the drag pack, which does save a little weight. How much? I'm not sure, but I will weigh the car with the street wheels on it eventually, and I'll do a comparison. Now we all know rotational weight is, losing rotational weight is better than losing actual weight inside the car. So we'll get in that too during the discussion when I weigh with the other wheels on the car. Alright, so I got to thinking, you know, $3,780. With me in it, you're looking at $3,980. So roughly 4,000 pounds. You put a passenger in it that weighs as much as I do, and you're looking right at 4,200 pounds. Now, what weighs that much with good horsepower that I could race? So, I got an idea. If I race a Hellcat, to make it fair for the Hellcat, I need to put a passenger in my car, do I not? Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just poking a little fun. I love Hellcats. I love all cars. I know all you see is Mustangs on the channel, but I have a love for all cars. It just so happens at this point in my life, what I want to own right now are Mustangs. You know, one thing, guys, that I enjoy about this car, I'm talking about the weight of the car and everything, is that, you know, I can have a full interior street car that goes out to the track and runs some good times, has great street manners, and AC, all the amenities, you know, heated and cooled seats and everything, stuff you don't really need, navigation, you know, things like that you don't really need, let's just face it. But, you know, when you're able to have a car that has all of that, and you take it to track and it runs with cars that, you know, for example, you know, there are some drag cars that I see all the time that run, you know, 730s to 770s in the 8th mile, you know. Now, granted, they're not your big hopped up serious guys. They're more your bracket racers, but let's also look at it. They are gutted. They are open exhaust, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love those cars. Why? Because it's raw, in your face, loud. It's just, it's what America is, guys. But you know, but when you have a car like this that can run with those guys in those times, and you know, you can flip on the AC and drive home, there is just something about that you just gotta love. You know, and you look at the new GT500 coming out. You know, I've got 727 at the motor. That's what Ralph says I do. But anyway, say 727 at the motor, and you got the new GT500 coming out stock with over 700. You know, I'm gonna say it's gonna be around 770 something. That's what I hope for anyway. But you got a car that's coming stock out of the factory with that horsepower. This is a great time to be a car guy. You know, I always said, you know, as I was growing up, you know, in the 90s when I started driving, you know, cars didn't have that much horsepower then. They, you know, they were kind of sluggish. And, you know, I always said, you know, man, I needed to be born. I love the 70s muscle cars. I always said, you know, I needed to be born in that era to enjoy them brand new coming out. If I could have been, you know, 16, 17 in the heyday of the muscle cars, that would have been awesome. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are in that second round of, dare I say, muscle cars. You got cars coming out with, you know, 6, 7, 800 horsepower plus horsepower. You know, that is something to, you know, just like sit back and go, wow, you know. You know, as I stated earlier, I'm a lover of all cars in general. I just choose right now to own a Mustang, and I have for the last over 8 years. But you cannot take away from what is going on right now. Chevy, Ford, and Dodge are going at it, and I'm loving it. It's a win for everybody when you can walk into the showroom floor and buy a car and set it on the track and compete with some drag cars. You know, that's just amazing to me. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, slap the like button, subscribe if you haven't, ring that little bell so you can get notifications when I post a video, and y'all be safe, and we'll see you next time.